I usually don't like making videos about anything that is happening right now, meaning reacting with my opinion on things that are happening right now because, being reactive is not one of our best human traits, and we do it all the time these days. Usually prefer to kind of wait and think about it and let things simmer. But you know what? No, I am breaking my rule today and I am going to react because it really, really does affect me and those around me. And so, yeah, I am going to make it all about me. Yes, I am. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Honest Aphrodite. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Now let's get into it. Okay, exogamy. If you know your Latin, you might have already guessed what this is. I don't know Latin, so I wouldn't have known it at all. But either way, exogamy, we're going to talk about this today and why I believe this is going to be the saving grace of the United States. Okay, so I'm talking about this in light of everything that is going on politically, how polemic and divisive the United States is. Like, people living here won't even talk to family members because of, who they voted for, what they believe, what they do. People are triggered and threatened by each other beyond anything right now. And then on top of it all, we've got everything being splashed around in the news with the deportations, which are terrifying and scary. And they feel like we're living in some dystopian universe or in a certain time in German history, for example, or current events in the near Middle East. So basically, like, these deportations and all of the negative talk around immigration, migration, people crossing borders legally, illegally, is just sending this, I think, deep fear rippling through us as a country that we're trying to kind of whitewash the place and clean it out, of anybody who isn't American. And by American, we mean like white, blue-eyed, blonde hair, probably, which, if you know, like what I'm probably thinking about, another place that really liked those features. So anyway, I think that is it's a really terrifying thought, and we're all triggered into thinking that if we don't like what we're seeing on the news. And yeah, so it's all over the news. Like, I'm looking at all of the sad images of migrants being shackled, this idea of ICE. Oh God, imagine being an ICE agent right now. Like, people must hate you so much. Yeah, but you are hated around the world. And yeah. Anyway, yeah, so I'm looking at these the footage of, people being rounded up by ICE. You kind of have this pervasive threat of, like, where are they? What are they going to do? When are they going to show up? Are they going to get people that I know? Family members? Are they going to make a mistake and just think like, oh, this person is brown and doesn't have a passport yet? Okay, get them on the bus. It's just like, it sends terror through us all, and it's awful. So we've got like the immediate fear, and then we've got like what it symbolizes and what we're afraid it's going to mean for the United States in general. But I want to just give a little bit of hope to us all. And this hope is all based on love. Yeah, because if we love one another, things will work out. And I'm not just saying that to sound really like sappy and cheesy, but it is actually true. And so this idea is called exogamy. Exogamy is this concept. I'm going to read it off because I haven't memorized it, but it's basically a concept that was often practiced in indigenous tribes. I've only heard of it practiced in tribes like in the Americas, but yeah, where they were required to marry outside of their own tribe or clan, often necessitating marriage with someone from a different language group. Notable examples include the Seminole tribe. Okay, so North America. where individuals must marry outside of their mother's clan, and various tribes in the Pacific Northwest who relied on intertribal marriages for social and trade networks. So it maintained social alliances, it created more complex clan systems, and it also helped preserve cultural diversity by preventing the dilution of traditions within a single tribe. Yeah. So it was all for a good thing, exogamy. So you can see how this happens in, our daily life now. We probably don't call it exogamy because that word is hard, but we call it like interracial marriage, interracial relationships, intercultural relationships, whatever. And it's a good thing. It's a great thing. And I feel like despite everything going on in the US, it is these intercultural relationships, mostly romantic ones, that are going to save us. Because if if you're seeing, these migrants on YouTube, on news channels, whatever, being loaded onto planes, and you kind of don't really see their faces, and you're like, oh yeah, migrants, they're bad. They're really bad. We don't want them here. Send them home. But they're the other. They're not close to us. We don't know who they are. We have no personal connection to them. We don't even really see their faces. But the minute that it's somebody in your family, the minute it's somebody that you love, then we've got a problem. We've got a huge problem. And people are going to stop cooperating, because as soon as you start getting into their family, it's going to get awkward and it's going to get messy. And so even if with all this political strife, you've got people who are like, I don't even like my family anymore. I don't like my old Uncle Terry. He voted for the person I don't like. I don't know why I'm doing that accent. But yeah, like, you've got so many rifts in families right now because of political beliefs. But I really think when it comes down to it, it is going to be very hard to find a family member who's going to actually turn someone out. Yeah, it's one thing to have a huge argument at Thanksgiving. It's one thing to have a huge, like, texting war and cancel each other, verbally, and block them, whatever. But it's another thing to be like, yeah, oh yeah, you're here for, yeah, oh yeah, my husband, Andres. Okay, yeah, he's just in the other room. You need to take him. You need to take him back to Honduras. Great, yeah, he's right in there. No, no. That's not going to happen. So it's just like, I just feel like all the fear that we're going through, like, we obviously should be afraid and work against it. We should be not afraid. We should be motivated by it to work against it. But in order to work against it, we've just got to, like, keep dating people who don't look like us. And how great is that? Imagine more dates, more love, more marriages, more kids. It's so fun. So I know it sounds like light, maybe a frivolous example of how to make things better, but I really do believe in it. I believe that if we keep going out and falling in love with people who don't look like us, who speak a different language, who are from a different background, have a different set of cultural beliefs and values, then we're just going to get stronger and better, and it's going to be harder to rip people apart and make big, sweeping changes in a country or in a state or city, because it's like, no, I love that person that you're against. You can't do anything to them, and I'm not going to support you. So I know this might sound awful, but yeah, it's kind of the easiest way to be an ally is just, like, get with them. So and that's what I have right now with my husband and I. And there's so many couples and partners out there that are interracial, and I just feel like that's going to be what saves us in the end. So with everything going on with Trump, with the political agenda, with all the fear mongering and all these very sad, devastating deportations that are affecting us all, they really, really are affecting us all, short term and long term. it will still, in the end, we are not going to be changed from our basic values of what it means to be a whole immigrant society and a diverse multicultural society, because we're too much together to be pulled apart. Yes, as Americans, we're gonna suffer for having, deported all these people. Countries aren't gonna like us. We might not be able to get visas as easily. Yes, we do have to get visas to go places. It'll probably get harder. We probably won't be able to take the vacations we want. And when we do take those vacations, we probably won't be liked the way we think we should be liked. So it'll be hard for us. People won't want to work with us, like in terms of trade and politics, because we're just throwing our weight around like the ugly Americans that we are. But that too will pass. And yeah, if we just keep loving each other and dating and marrying each other, we'll get through this. So anyway, good luck. Peace. Please subscribe. Ciao.